Would you like to be healthier, stronger, meaner? Well then come on down! Third in the video, I'm talking about exercise, and it's a follow on from the last videos where I was talking about strategic placement of water and optimized sleeping. Oh look, I'm sleeping, people. I still need to include better dieting, and this is all circling around into the basic foundational physiological needs of a human being following Maslow's hierarchy of needs. On the simple things that none of us can avoid, and then after I'm going to try and move on to other areas of life and how we can make incremental improvements over the long haul and compound it over exponential time. Okay. To put it as simply as I can, exercise is extremely important, but it's not as important as other physiological needs such as water, rest and diet. This is because water, rest and diet is unavoidable for all living organisms. Exercise is optional. Should not be optional, but it could be. Particularly within the 3 pillars of the health trinity, which is exercise, rest and nutrition. Exercise is the only thing you can subtract from the equation without dying, showing me that emphasis needs to be made on the nutrition and the rest and hydration. Another fundamental problem is when people want to get a summer bod in 30 days before holiday, because it's pretty much impossible. But what you can be thinking about is making small changes in your environment, making accountability partners to help you on your way of building strong, deep-rooted habits, and then you let it perpetuate itself on autopilot. Much easier. So there's 3 forms of exercise. You've got anaerobic or cardiovascular exercise, which is getting your heart going. For things like this, you've got the Tabata protocol, high intensity interval training. Basically, do really fast sprinting, then slow active recovery. Really fast sprinting, slow active recovery. I'd actually be running though. Pretend I'm running. I'm running right now. And what this is going to do is it's going to allow more oxygen to go around your body, and over time it's going to improve your stamina. I've read previously that just 5 minutes of cardiovascular exercise per day to rapidly increase your heart rate can dramatically decrease your risk of developing neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's. The more blood and oxygen you can push around your body to your brain, the healthier you become. If you like this type of content, make sure to press the subscribe button and leave your name in the comment to introduce yourself. I can say hello, and then we can be talking, and then you could probably correct me if I'm saying something wrong, or hopefully you can thank me if I say something right. Take care, peoples. I enjoy doing skipping and all sorts of things for cardio. I like swimming as well, but it can't typically do it in all seasons. I like compound exercises like burpees in my room, having to touch the roof. I got these things. Got this little punchy thing. What? You got muscle and strength training, where you got reverse pyramid, starting off at very heavy reps, and then you work on to more reps with less weight. This is to keep the muscles up, keep the muscles always under tension, and build muscle by tearing micro tears in the muscles. And the last form of exercise you can get, from what I can see, flexibility and mobility, which is basically like stretching, making sure you've got a full range of motion in all your body parts and you're not cramping and doing all sorts of stuff like this. I typically do dynamic exercises before workout to stretch all the muscle, and then after I do static exercises after the workout to relax the muscles. I was told to do this by someone in the gym instructor guy, and I just believe it. Okay? You can look online at the best sorts of dynamic structures. I like to do this sort of stuff. I need to be careful with the back. I like to stretch that extra delicately. But again, as I say, as a form, when thinking about health and physiological needs to maintain and keep the human condition in the best circumstances it can be, it's better to start with the last ones, such as water, diet and rest, because these are unavoidable actions. No one can get out of that. Exercise in itself, you can kind of maneuver around and you don't necessarily need to do it. I'm not saying don't do it, I'm just saying if you prioritize in the sequence of events that is necessary, then you might get more effective results. This is is me 1 year ago until 1 year now. This is 1 year's progress, and now I'm gonna get some more muscle. Also, if you're on the little bit of the heavier side, it's probably not a good idea to do high impact exercising like jumping, running, things like this. Instead, look for alternatives like cycling, rowing, and then you've got less pressure, less impact on your joints, and over the long run it's probably going to be more beneficial. Kinesthetic visualization. Sports players use this a lot where they visualize ahead of the game. Golf players visualize swinging, and what this is going to do is it's going to mentally prepare yourself for the up and coming situation, and it's going to reduce your stress levels when you're actually within high stress situations. So something I typically do on a day-to-day basis is I try to do visualizations of tasks before I've completed them, when I remember to do it, and what it does is it makes me a lot more clearer, gives me more clarity about what I'm going to do and next, almost like a mental checklist. Domino triggers. Domino triggers is like habits, but the negative version, and you're looking for one that hits them all. I got a weakness for chocolate. I say I have one chocolate bar, end up having a family pack, then another family pack. Not good. Find out what your domino trigger is, what is your old weakness, and that is the one that you need to be avoiding. Although when I say that's the one you need to be avoiding, I should really be saying is looking for actionable changes. It's the same as saying don't think about pink elephants. Well, then you're going to start thinking about pink elephants. So instead of saying I want to quit smoking, just focus your energy more on developing patterns of exercising regularly. This is something that I did when I wanted to quit smoking. I started running regularly. Whenever I needed a cigarette, I would start running and things like this. After a while of doing this, my body was so fired up I didn't even want the cigarettes. And then there's loads of other things that fall into that, but I'll get into that into a new video. They say you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, so get a good friend circle that are also interested in healthier lifestyle, and you are more likely to become healthier. You can even be sleeping in fresh gym gear, so when you get up in the morning there's less resistance to get up and go exercise. Less resistance, more likelihood of getting it done. I've got a million one other things that I could be talking about, and I think this is enough for me for this video. So if you like this content, press the subscribe button and then we can be talking. Just finished gym, wearing weight vest, installated bin bag suit, thermal jumper, sauna suit, t-shirt, thermal trousers, installated trousers, leg weights. This t-shirt is soaked and I'm going to throw it away. I was complimented by 2 random people. Broke it. So I spent yesterday looking at a more effective way to exercise, looking at compound moves on the bigger muscle groups, some of the types of stretching you can have, because that's important, ballistic and dynamic stretching before and then static stretching after, and things like this. And this is my sort of workout video, and I've got some crazy Viking music and all sorts of things that we do. Let's go! Biffy! This is the workout, maybe over a mile. There's some crazy compound moves. I'm wearing like a neoprene sauna suit, so basically we're just running, up guys, doing lunges. Nice and powerful. You can do it with jumps, then side ones, and jumps. Up, strong. No legs touching the floor. Switch some front kicks. Get some dynamic stretching going as well. Knee. Your arms in here. Hold on. And then you swing. Swing. Swing.
That looks kind of fun. And impossible.
This is the improvised dip bar. You just flip the table on its side. And then you can do dips. Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I can have a good one.
Yeah? What? Yeah.
Okay.